Zayn Malik was bored. It had been 12 days since he left the lads to start life as a normal 22-year-old, and already he had covered his entire house in amateur graffiti art. Zayn ran his painty hands through his 10 out of 10 hair. What next, he wondered to himself. He had tried every normal 22-year-old thing, growing an ironic moustache, marching in an anti-racism protest, and binge-watching Lost on Netflix. But it wasn't right. His moustache had already won Best Moustache at the GQ Man of the Year Awards. It only took him 2 minutes of protesting before racism finished forever. And the creators of Lost had made him his very own custom version of Season 6 that wasn't terrible. Zayn needed to go for a drive. Driving helped him think. In fact, it was while driving that he had come up with the 3 words that got him a co-writing credit on their 4th album, 4. Zayn started the engine of the car he had been given for free. His car was basically a normal 22-year-old's car, except that it was the original Chitty Chitty Bang Bang from the movie. And the wheels were the wheels from the Batmobile in The Dark Knight Rises, and the windscreen wiper was Vin Diesel's windscreen wiper from Fast and Furious 7. He peered pensively at his reflection in the rearview mirror. It was probably one of the best reflections you could want to have, and yet he felt empty. He missed the lads. Harry, Louis, Niall, the other one. Had he made the biggest mistake of his life? You sure have. A gruff-voiced driver pulled up beside Zayn in an obnoxious muscle car. Zayn rolled down his window. Cigarette smoke engulfed the driver's face. Who could it be? The driver then commented on Zayn's ethnic appearance with something vaguely Islamophobic. Oh, right, it was Jeremy Clarkson. Go back to your band, Clarkson spluttered, before pausing briefly to write a very successful book. I left my job to be a normal 56-year-old, and I regret it every day, he continued, momentarily forgetting the real reason he had been fired, being a violent piece of shit. Either way, Zayn realized the old man was right. There was a time for normalcy, and it was at least 30 years, 40 kilograms, and 5 racist outbursts away. Zayn smiled. Maybe he would rejoin the band. Good lad. You stay with the band. Now, let's go get a reasonably priced drink. And Clarkson proceeded to buy Zayn a 70-year-old whiskey, a whole vineyard in Champagne, and about 200 shares in Heineken International, because since when did Jeremy Clarkson know what reasonably priced meant? And because this is a fan fiction and I decide what happens, Zayn went on to rejoin One Direction, Jeremy Clarkson drove his car into the sea, and the CGI Paul Walker from Furious 7 became the new host of Top Gear. Because how good would that be? The end.
Oh, what tends to happen is someone heckles you something that you did not know anyone would ever say to you, and then you spend at least that night, the next couple of days, responding to it. You find the perfect